dream state gets falsified by the waking state. Similarly, which can falsify our waking state? Let me read the question again. Our dream states, they get falsified by the waking state. As soon as one gets up from dream, either out of fear or some untoward dream he had dreamt. So he wakes up out of fear. And suddenly he sees that he has woken up in altogether a different room. There is no injury in his body. Nothing has happened in the room. What he dreamt was nothing but a dream. Okay. Similarly, here the question is, which can falsify our waking state? Because you see, we have taken our waking state to be something very real, very true. Authentically, a person takes it to be his life. He is living in this world, acting, doing, enjoying, undergoing pain, so many things as his life. And realizing the self that we have been seeing through our satsangs, that self-realization or enlightenment is the sole purpose of a human being's birth, isn't it? So one is asking, is there some other self that is existing somewhere in him? This is what the question is. Will that come and wake up one from his slumber of waking state? Whether that state of self, through awakening to that self, will this fake waking state gets falsified? This is the question. So we will have to first understand this is absolutely fake. You may ask me, how do you say so? This is not at all existing during our deep sleep state. This means the whole of this cosmos, wherever you are living, whatever you are doing, whoever you may be, whether you are a male or a female, an expert or trying to meet both ends meet, you are in utter poverty, educated, illiterate, be any state of your mental faculty may be. All of us don't seem to exist at all during our deep sleep state. And with us, this whole of the cosmos also doesn't seem to exist. But though we are asleep in our deep sleep state, we don't die. We are not dead. The heart is throbbing, lungs are functioning, the whole being is alive, all the human beings are alive. All other, up to the level of 5 sense animals also, they also undergo sleep, they also exist. Everything is existing, but without realizing that they are existing, without really feeling their existence at all. That is, one doesn't feel one's life in him at that time. But what is that state? One is not dead, one is alive. But what is that state of aliveness? In that, what is happening? What's going on? One's mind is not existing there. One's intellect is not working there. One doesn't say, me, I am, I want this, I don't want that. This I amness doesn't seem to exist during deep sleep state. And whenever it wakes up, whenever the ego wakes up or the person wakes up, where from he wakes up? Because altogether the cosmos and the individuals do vanish during deep sleep state. If one is waking up, he must be waking up within the cosmos only. Cosmos also must be existing, projecting itself from a cosmic mind. And in the cosmic mind, individuals are also included. They are also included. This cosmic mind only projects itself through an individual as his ego, as his intellect, as his mind. One software that also arises out of the three gunas of the Supreme Self that exists during our deep sleep state as silence and stillness. But it is nothing but intelligence embodiment, but without a form. Cosmos disappears with its form. Cosmos disappears with all its names. The same case with the individual also during deep sleep state. Where these can go? These can disappear only in deep sleep. As if nothing. Really they are nothing. The cosmos is nothing. Nothingness. Because our sun, the head of the family of these planets, these 9 planets, the head of the family, sun, the star, doesn't know that it is a star. It doesn't have an objective mind at all separately. But the whole cosmic mind as a software program runs everything from dark energy, dark matter, 14 billion years of existence, together with all of us, individuals being born in innumerable physical bodies, existed earlier, and at this moment, as if we are individually looking at the cosmos as an objective reality, whereas there is no one existing within them in the cosmos, the objects of the cosmos, to be aware that they exist, their existence. This is the case. The science of this is Out of the deep sleep state, formless, ever existing, limitless, easiness, intelligence, and consciousness, three gunas, or you can call it as characteristics, or the powers of three characteristic attributes. They arise as out of the power of the Supreme Self. That is the deep sleep state, stillness and silence. In its presence, these three characteristic powers, sattva, the power of sattvam, the power of rajasam, the power of tamasam. They use these three Sanskrit words. They are all actually characteristic attitudes that churn within themselves as software base programs of the cosmic mind. And cosmic mind everlastingly comes into existence out of this churning. Out of this churning. And these easiness, intelligence, consciousness, they do create this cosmic mind. Without its involvement, in their presence, this mind is, cosmic mind is getting created. And in turn, it creates multitudes, varied objects, objects of inertia, objects of life forms, living organisms, and especially in this earth, from one cell amoeba to the sixth sensed human being, who is endowed with a separate I amness that works as his ego, under which an intellect and a mind also comes into being, not separately at all. This is what we ignorantly think. We don't exist separately from the cosmos. We are one in the cosmos. We are a speck of dirt in the cosmos. And it is held in the cosmic mind as a program. It's a biological program. This cosmic mind, unimaginably powerful, trillion times more powerful, more efficient than our computers, our supercomputers. Unbelievable. And this mind also is getting created or come into existence in the very presence of the Supreme Self, that is, that which exists during our deep sleep state. So this is the case. So here the question is, how one can realize the falsity of the waking state? Which one will wake him up from this slumber of waking state? We say categorically, you turn within, look within, because we are part and parcel of this cosmic mind. We undergo two states of knowing. That is, one is the waking state and the other is the dream state. These two states of knowing are directly the product of cosmic mind. Now, at this point in time, we are all existing in these physical bodies and we are listening to the answer of this question. We had been here and we are going to be here. If we do not step into, if we do not turn within ourselves and start looking within ourselves as to who the thinker is, as to who the feeler is, and who is this I amness at all, basically. Where does he go? Where does he disappear during my deep sleep? And with this investigative nature, if one looks into one's feelings as well as one's thoughts, as one looks to one's feeling, the feeling disappears with the feeler. Because really there is no I at all. This one can see. And at that moment, when one sees that there exists no one at all in one's body or in one's feeling or in one's thought, what happens? That moment is the moment of stillness of consciousness, stillness of intelligence, stillness of easiness that we have been experiencing during our deep sleep state. The same thing. Now, when one does it as a practice, consciously in oneself, through 24 hours of time cycle, one looks into the feeler and see who is feeling what, who is that feeler in one, and who is the thinker in one. If this is done, immediately the feeler, thinker together with feeling, thinking, thoughts, everything vanish. They vanishes. Spontaneously they vanishes. Because they have no locus standi at all. There is no existence of a separate feeler and separate thinker. This I amness itself is a projection of the cosmic mind as one's waking state, as one's dream state. If these two states have to be realized, and especially the waking state, if it has to be known about its falsity, one has to turn within. This turning within and transcending the thinking, feeling, I amness. There is an advice like word that is given in Tamil, kada vul, transcend the in, cross the within, transcend the in. This we have been advising everyone to take it up as a practice as soon as they get up in the morning for 1 hour, and night before going to bed for 1 hour, safely sitting, keeping the eyes closed, not as a meditation, simply with passive alertness. Look at whatever that happens within you, be it a feeling or a thinking. Just look at as to who that entity who is feeling, as to who that entity who is thinking. Immediately silence will descend, stillness will dawn. The look will become without an observer. This you will have to practice it for 1 hour in the morning, and before going to bed also you can do this. Purposefully, passively, sitting eyes closed, watching within oneself, just being, looking at everything that arises and vanishes, and finding that there is no one at all as you and yours also. This we have been advising For those above 14 years of age, 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the night before bedtime. And for children from the age of 10 to 14, with the elders' guidance, this can be put into practice. They can also be guided to take up this practice of just keeping quiet, eyes closed as soon as they get up, just for half an hour. Just like a play, let them also start watching it. Phenomenal results will come because we are polluted with thoughts, we are corrupted with thoughts, we are corrupted with feelings. We should retrieve our children, we should retrieve the whole of the humanity and make them to realize this stillness and silence of the deep sleep state is nothing but the only Godhead, Godhood, or godliness. It is without form, it is limitless, it is the truth, it is the real self. During deep sleep, we are not dead. That means it is a different kind of state which has to be fructified by the humanity, nurtured, cultured, practiced, passively looked at. Every day spending minimum 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the night, and 24 by 7 dwelling in the same climate throughout one's life. Within one is anchored in stillness and silence. Without, that is externally, one can play his roles because everything will get redefined. The whole of the life will get redefined. This is such a fantastic reality that we all will have to take up. Please start doing this right from today onwards. And the relative videos links are given here under the description box. You may watch all of the videos. Constantly keep yourself plugged into listening to all these satsangs. They are absolutely practical. And subscribe also. Share with all of the whole of the community, whole of the humanity, to all your friends. And press the bell button also, so that whatever the question and answer, Ramanan answers, puts in YouTube channel and Facebook, it will immediately, the notifications will reach you. Okay, we will meet in our next question and answer session.